guys. Friday night. Well, not night. Late Friday afternoon. And I just ran out of gas for my welder. You know, it seems to be the law. You must run out on a Friday night or a Saturday so that you cannot get any more until Monday because they're closed on weekends. But, fortunately for me, I managed to finish all the welding that I needed to do. So I don't care that I ran out of gas. It doesn't bother me a bit. Anyway, I've been dicking around on that rear axle for a couple of days now. You know, I had to cut the spring pads off the one that I had finished already to weld them on the second one. I made brand new shock mounts and, you know, lined everything up and all that stuff. So it's ready to go. I just got to paint her up and assemble it. And we'll get to that. The idea for this video is by the end of it, I've got a rolling chassis, you know, on the ground on wheels. So that's my goal, and we're going to go until we get that done. So anyway, we'll go ahead and cover that in a second. But before, new subscribers, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. And, don't be afraid to leave comments down below and like the page and all that kind of stuff. So, we might as well just get after it, man. Okay, so there's my housing. Those are the spring pads that were on the other axle. New shock mounts. I actually went heavier gauge metal on these. The other ones looked a little spindly to me. I probably would have ended up redoing them anyway. But this is 3/16 plate, so that's heavy duty. That's not going anywhere. So, you know, both sides, same thing. So I just got to clean up my surfaces and stuff and get ready for my gasket. I've got the axle seals that fit. You know, they just go in like so, and then you tap them in the rest of the way with a large socket, nice and gentle like. And the axles got brand new bearings. I got them pressed on from a buddy of mine. He came and picked them up and brought them to his chum's place, and he has a press. So, thanks a lot, Mike and Ron. And, we're ready to put this sucker together. So that's the center section under that bag there. I kept the bag over because I was doing a lot of grinding stuff. You know, there's a lot of welding and crap involved in this. You know, all the way around. I did inside and out of these shock mounts. So, but they look pretty good, and I'm quite pleased with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and slap all these pieces together. It's not rocket science, and we'll come back. Okay, so I finally got the combination of axle, center section, housing that works. I ended up going back to this guy. That one there was missing a pinion seal, so I didn't want to have to wait for parts, but it's working as it should. As you can see, I turned the pinion and the axle turn. So, life is good. So we've got that dialed in. I've got it on my tranny jack, and actually it seems to hold a rear end better than it does a transmission. So I'm gonna just roll it underneath over there and wiggle it in place and use the hoist to line it up. So I'll set the camera up and we'll get this thing in. This might seem sketchy, but don't try this at home, folks. Okay. A little lower. It seems a lot easier in theory than it is in practice. Miserable. You have to just come up a little. There we go. Yeah. Okay, we'll just have to get our U-bolts and bolt her down. We're good. That was not too stressful. So, along with not wanting to wait for parts, I also don't want to wait for paint to dry. So, I went ahead and put it in. I can paint it in the car. I mean, the bottom of the spring pads is painted already because they were off of that other rear end over there. So yeah, I'm going to paint up the inside of the U-bolts where it's going to be in contact with the axle. Put it out in the sun. It should dry pretty quick. And as soon as it's dry to the touch, I'll drop them in place, bolt this thing down, and yeah, we're ready to put some wheels on it. So I'm quite pleased. Okay, well, she's on wheels. I'm anxious to get it down, see how it sits on the ground. So let's take her down. Make sure I don't crush something over here. Don't laugh, done it before. Here we go. Sorry about that. I just want to see how the stance is. I've got a feeling I might have to lower it in the back a little bit more. You'll know in a few minutes. Geez, no, I don't think so. Ha. Okay. This also tells me where I'm going to have to put my the shock mounts on the frame. So, yeah, because it's actually riding up a little bit, which is good. Because when I get the weight of the engine in the engine bay, that front's going to drop quite a bit more than the back is. I mean, it's just an empty box at the back, right? There's a lot of weight up front, so I'm digging it. Man, I think she's going to be sweet. Right on. Jesus, that's dropped a ton. Huh. So there it is. So I'm going to bring it back up in the air. I got to paint the rear end, but I'm going to let that silicone harden up real good before I scrape off the excess. I also going to get my gussets and stuff welded and do all the red paint at the same time. Yeah, I'm super stoked, man. I think it's great. Right on. Coolio, one rolling chassis. I'm happy. Okay, so because I need to get welding gas to finish up my little things in the front, I can't get gas till Monday. So I'm going to leave the chassis as it is. You know, no sense painting just the rear end. I want to get all the red done, one shot, and I'm done with it. So in the meantime, I've got a whole bunch of pieces coming for this on Tuesday, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and get this ready to paint. I'm going to put the old valve covers back on, the old intake back on. I'll clean it up and everything underneath. Timing cover and the old oil pan. And then that way I don't have to worry about getting paint where it shouldn't get. And we'll clean it all up, paint it. And then when all the new stuff arrives, this thing will be ready to put together. So I got valve springs, retainers, and locks coming for this. That's coming to the speed shop. I was told Monday. It'll be here Tuesday. I got a buddy picking it up for me. And then I got some goodies, valve covers and oil pan and timing cover and stuff coming from the old interwebs. So, you know, I'm not sure when that's getting here. They'll always tell you 3 weeks, but quite often it's 4 or 5 days. So I think it's going to be here next week because it's been shipped already. I mean, it's just coming from Nashville, I think. Mr. Gasket stuff. So anyway, that's where I'm at. And yeah, we're just going to keep plugging away. So pretty soon I'll be able to get the engine and the tranny into the chassis. And then I'm going to be needing a cab real bad. So yeah, that's it. That's where I'm at. Okay, so there you go. One rolling chassis. So I achieved my goal for this video. And now it's time for a nice ice cold pop. Man, I'll tell you, I earned my pop today. I must have taken that axle apart and put it back together 4 or 5 times. It just wasn't working for me for various reasons. But anyway, I finally got it and everything's working as it should. So, you know, got it in place. That tranny jack worked out pretty slick to get it in. Those things aren't lightweight, man. They're heavy duty. So, you know, I would have busted my ass trying to get that in there, just picking it up and putting it in. But I'm getting a little old for that stuff, you know. I don't bench press things or stuff like that. I just figure out a way to get wheels under it and move it around. That's what I do. So yeah, what else? Yeah, the front, I've got to weld in those gussets, but like I said, I can't get gas for my welder until Monday. So a couple little odds and ends to do there. I got to get all my cotter pins in on the ball joint nuts and fill the ball joints up with grease and little things like that. Get that all done. Oh, I've also got one wheel, the driver's side, left front. The outer brake pad is rubbing pretty hard. There's a lot of drag there, so I'm going to have to take that thing down a little bit and put it back together. I don't want the brakes to heat up right off the hop, you know. So we'll fix that up. What else? I got one tire that's won't hold air at all. The valve stem is messed up, so I got to get that remounted. The other three hold air fine, and I've got it on skates now, so I can move that chassis around anywhere I want, which is bonus. You know, that's awesome. Yeah, and when I get all my engine bits in, won't take long to finish putting that together. I still can't find my my valve spring compression tool, but I know it's here somewhere. I'll find it. And what else? Yeah, you know, once that motor and transmission is in the frame, I can get going on sheet metal. The hood, front fenders I'm reusing, the ones that came with the truck. I've got a really good set of doors that I can start on. I can get going on the box, but really I need the cab here so I can do my, you know, my pedals, my steering column, and all that kind of stuff. And speaking of steering, I'm going to dig out the Fox body rack and pinion unit that I have. You know, it worked well in the car when I scrapped the car, so I kept it for a reason. It must be a good one. So I'll dig that out and see how that works out. It's supposed to bolt right on, so we'll see. And yeah, so, you know, new subscribers, thanks a lot. There was a good group that joined last week, and keep it up. Tell your buddies, tell your friends. Don't be afraid to leave comments, like the page, all those good things. You can check out Dirty Dan's Rod and Cycle on Facebook. I post photos and stuff like that in there once in a while. Not as often as I used to. I just got too much to do than dick around with Facebook. Yeah. And yeah, like I said, I like reading comments and responding to them. And I hope those cabs get here soon, man, because I'm starting to get a little pissed off. I need the cab. That's all there is to it. So, yeah. And if you don't do anything else, man, get out in the garage and build something, guys. Later.